What's up, YouTube? Coming back again with another interview. Got a special person who has his own business. I'll have him introduce himself and his business, just to, get something out again on YouTube. So go ahead.
All right. First of all, Lenny Jones, appreciate it. We go way back, old coach, friend, pretty much family. But my name's Koyai Clauschee. I'll start it traditional. Yat esh, Koyai Clauschee, Nishe, Irish, Nishile, Kiani, Bashichin, German, Deshiche, Ashihi, Deshinilla. Half Navajo, quarter Irish, quarter German. Born and raised in Chinle, Arizona. Just turned the big 3-0 this past week, so I'm 30 now, but graduated in 2010. Graduated in the whole Chinle school district system, went through all of that. So, ready to get started.
Cool. So, Corey, tell us about your business and what your business is called, and what kind of products you put out.
All right, so my business is called Be Heard Merch. It's actually an online clothing and merch brand. I do my own brand kind of clothing like this, but I also do a lot of customizations, whether it's shirts, hoodies, sweats, go looking into shorts and everything, but it's basically a brand for the people, by the people. I like to do a lot of indigenous rights. I do a big focus on MIW, missing and murdered indigenous women, because I actually started my business November 19th, 2019. And so we're about to hit 2 years, and I started on that day because it was the day that my sister was taken from us, that same day in 2012. So it was a day in remembrance of her, kind of like as a rebirth, remembrance. So she was taken through domestic violence, so that's why I advocate for a lot of MIW stuff. On top of that, just the more I dig into it, the more I learn about what's really going on out there, and the more the truth tends to come back as I dig into it more. So I like to represent a lot of that kind of stuff, and like I said, indigenous rights and just general rights, like rights altogether for everybody of many races. As I grew up on the res, part Irish and German, so I've learned how the stereotypes can go both ways, on the res, coming off the res. So I just like to make the awareness for both sides of the spectrum known to everyone, and educate them in a way that makes it relatable to them.
So Corey, what you're going through, with being with EMS, and seeing the domestic violence part of the bad side of things. It's kind of hard to talk to these women and give them a heads up about what's happening, and we try to talk to them too about about the domestic violence things, and it's not something that's easy to get away with. So I know what you're talking about. So next question, where'd you go to school at, to earn your business, or to start your business, for your business side of things?
So I graduated 2010 from Chinle, went to Cochise College specifically for to pursue basketball. There was a good tryout opportunity for basketball, and from the beginning I kind of knew that I wanted to go into business, but I didn't quite know exactly what I wanted to do. I did a lot of clothing sales growing up, car washes when I was 12 years old with friends in the neighborhood, going door to door asking people to mow lawns. So I knew deep down I enjoyed selling stuff and being an entrepreneur. Whether or not I really knew it, it was more of a subconscious thing at the moment, but I kind of went into general studies going into community college, because really no one knows what they want to do at 18. And with that said, the best advice I would give anyone is just to try new things at that age. Just experience and try new things, fail with a good intention. But I graduated from Cochise 2012 with mainly general studies, but some business classes. Went on to Haskell for a year, played there, going into business management. After a year there, I actually stopped going to school, came back to Phoenix, took a semester off, then ended up going part-time while I was juggling a couple jobs, going full-time, supporting myself, and took a few years after that, ended up graduating 2019 from ASU, Arizona State University, with my bachelor's in business technology. So it was all a journey. School was definitely worth it, worth the experience. For my business, I think what I got the most out of school was the experiences and the people that I met throughout school, and the relationships that carry on that you met in the school system. So it's kind of my journey with school.
Cool. Thanks, man. So with your business going and stuff, does it help to have a degree with having your own business?
So from my perspective, if you don't know what you want to go into, like I was when I was 18, I would say schooling is very important. You know, schooling is important for experiences more than anything at this point, because from what I've seen from an outside perspective is that school is a system that's built for the baby boomer generation and above, which is not a knock on the generation, but it's a system that was created during a certain time and hasn't necessarily changed or conformed too much to the way technology is growing and the way kids are growing and the way kids are experiencing things around iPads and their access to internet constantly and YouTube. So this, if you're going in, I would recommend school if you're going into, you know, engineering. As a doctor, of course, you need those kind of things, but as a business person, going into school is like a vacation. It's more of an experience in meeting people, but don't knock yourself if you're going on your own journey and not necessarily going through the system the way they expect you to, because we all have our own experiences. And for me, you know, school got extended. When I transferred from Kansas to Arizona State University, I had 22 credit hours taken from me. So that was a big step back in my mind. That's why I took a semester off and just started experiencing the real world. So school is a balance. It depends on what you want to do, but most people don't know what they want to do coming up. So it's a good when you're in school, it's a good experience to meet people and get the full experience of school, not just exclude yourself from all the opportunities there are to meet people and new minds and new ways of thinking.
Cool. So, you know, we try to tell kids, you know, go to school, but, you know, it's good to have that background because, you know, if you, like you said, you don't know what you're going to do, but school always, you know, helps out. Not all careers, you don't need a degree and everything, but if there's something you want to do and, you know, if you need that schooling, go take the opportunity. How did you start your business? How'd you, you know, start from you know, $0, or did you start with like $1, or how'd you get your business started?
I actually didn't have much to start with, you know, like I went about it in this way of, it's called drop shipping. So what I would do is I'd have a supplier, and that was a process in itself, is finding the right supplier that had the quality of shirt and the reliability that I needed. So I started with drop shipping. I didn't have any inventory on hand, so my overhead costs would be cut down, so I wasn't wasting extra money on inventory. Say I made 50 of these shirts and only 25 of them sold. I have 25 left, so that's overhead right there that I wanted to prevent. And so I started with drop shipping, and I just had to communicate a lot. In that sense, a lot of communication with the customers, because shipping times were between like a month and a half, 2 months sometimes, and I really didn't like that. So, I just kept putting back into the business, cut back on costs, looked at things that I was wasting my money on and things that I could cut back on expenses so that I could put that into my business. So definitely a lot of self-awareness and self-growth that goes into it, and what it really comes down to is what you put into it is what you get out of it. So what I would put into it, and then I'd get something out of it and live my life minimally, but put as much as I could right back into it, and just kept going from there. Eventually I just kept learning, just kept going on YouTube, just whenever I had questions, kept growing.
Ooh.
Eventually started building some inventory, started manufacturing from home, and just been growing since then.
Cool. So I know like on your social media, on your Instagram and your Snapchat, I constantly see you busy. Describe what a day is like for you when you have all these orders, because I know I've been putting in a few orders and you've been getting them out pretty quick. So tell us what a day is like for you.
So for the most part, Monday through Friday is going to be typical. Saturday and Sundays I keep it somewhat the same routine, but I take my niece to school, get up in the morning around 7:30, pretty much just get ready and get my initial customer service done, because that's when my mind I feel is the most fresh and just able to type and get back to people and think about pricing and quotes. And so I get back to people until about 8:50, take my niece to school at 9, go work out. Working out is a big part of mental health, not only physical, mental, and spiritual health. It gives me time in there to just think about stuff. That's when I listen to a lot of podcasts about mental health, physical health, nutrition, whatever it may be that I'm into that day,
Right.
because every day is a new day and a new day for growth. So new experiences, and I'm always curious and have questions. So I just look up podcasts and work out, and from there, about 11 o'clock, just get orders done, just reply to people, get orders done until about 5 o'clock, and try to cut out some time for social media, try to stay relevant on there, do my marketing for about an hour, and throughout the day while I am doing orders, I just kind of jot things down and journal, so I remember things, reflect on it, see how I'm doing, how I was thinking at that point, and then just go get another little workout in for the most part. Just go hoop and just release my mind. Try to keep a balance, keep my mind sane, and come back, get a little more work done, eat. If not, just eat, relax a bit.
Cool.
Start another day the next day.
Cool. All right. So it sounds like you're pretty busy during the day.
Yeah.
That's something that I try to instill in some of these kids. You got to be busy throughout the day if you want to be successful. There's no time to just hang out and just chill out. That's like something that I go through. I'm busy throughout the day also. So tell us like your memory, one of the best memories, that something that keeps coming up. I know there's probably many memories that come up, but one of the best memories you have of high school.
One of my best memories of high school. All right, just to rewind a little bit to talking about staying busy throughout the day. One thing I've learned is that, if your mind constantly is getting distracted doing something, then it's probably something you don't enjoy doing. For me, I've learned, to learn not to work for your money, and that's the way wealthy people go about it, is not to work for money. You work because you love to work and not to work for money, because if you work for money, you become a prisoner in your own jail. Because if you're working for money, then money will never be the answer for you. You can make $10,000 a year and have $8,000 in expenses and have $2,000 saved. You can make $100,000 a year. You can have $120,000 in expenses and be $20,000 in debt. It's about self-awareness, and it's not always about the money, and it's just about knowing who you are. If you want to live a simple life, and if you want to play games all day and eat terrible, you know what's going to come with that. And if that's what truly makes you happy, then it's not the best lifestyle to live, and you probably won't live the longest and the most fullest you can, but it's knowing yourself. Like, I know what I enjoy doing. I enjoy entrepreneurship. I did it naturally when I was younger. I know people that just love playing games, go all in on it, really dive into it, get serious about it, learn what people are doing that are doing what you enjoy doing, that do it professionally. Because anything at this point is possible. If you like being on social media all day, it's not necessarily bad, because you could stay active being on social media, but learn about what those people that make money off social media do. Because once you find out something you enjoy doing, then it makes everything a lot easier. It makes you a lot more productive throughout your day. Take Lenny enjoys helping people, helping build the younger generation and creating platforms, which I was a part of, creating the direction and the road, and just creating the initial steps and teaching us how to stay active and stay productive throughout the day. And then it takes you to find what you enjoy doing to stay active and productive. Self-awareness is a big thing on that. But favorite high school memory, got way off track there. I would have to say the bus rides back from games. Even though everything was all fun, all the hype was cool, the bus ride backs were the best part with everyone.
Cool. So that would be like after the games. I remember this guy, man. We would get a stipend for food, because Koyai played basketball for us. Like he said, part of that state championship run. We were with them since the summertime, since he was a freshman. Remember taking him to all these camps and all these workouts and stuff. Traveled all over, but every time we went to away games and we get food, like go to McDonald's, this guy would order like 10 burgers and freaking no fries or anything. He would eat all the 10 burgers. As bony as this guy was, man, this guy could put down food, and he would just get like 10 burgers and a drink. That was it. Or somehow I don't know how, but that group was a really good group to coach with Koyai, Denzel, Nataanii, a lot of the legends that put up that banner, that runner-up banner in Chinle. That was a fun time, and everybody, they keep bringing that up, and it's something that always comes up all the time, and when they see that banner, and they always ask about how that team was, and we told them, man, how close you guys were and how you guys worked as a team on and off the court, all the way throughout all the 4 years of high school. And that's something that has yet to happen again. And we tell all our kids, that's something you guys got to do. These guys all played with us in the summertime. They didn't play for any like AAU teams. It was just that whole group that played, and that's one thing that really helped our team chemistry. And everybody that didn't play with us in the summer that made the team and came on, you know, they were treated the same, and they were expected to work as hard as they did, because you know, when we had them as juniors, and you know, well, Koyai played with what, 4 years, 3 years of varsity.
Pretty much four. Kind of played JV varsity freshman year ish.
Yeah. So by the time Koyai was a junior, we played in the state championship game against Strela Foothills, who was bombing on people throughout the country by like 30, 40 points. That a kid that averaged about what was he averaging? That Hawkins kid.
35, 40 a game.
Yeah, like 35, 40 points a game. And shoot, man, we played them twice that year. First time we played them in Flagstaff, we beat them by what, by one?
6 points.
Oh, we beat them by 6
points.
We beat them by 6 points in Flagstaff. We played in a really small gym at the Flagstaff Dome. We had the side gym. Played at 7 o'clock, and gym was packed. Everybody from the main gym came to our gym because they heard Chin Lee was playing at Strela Foothills. You know, everybody thought we were gonna get bombed on, and right from the beginning of the season, we told these guys, you know, we got Strela Foothills, man. We gotta run them and kill them on the court. And they were known for pressing and running, and we were like, man, that's res ball. Ain't nobody could do it better than us. So, you know, we got the time during practices. At the end of practice, we would make these guys run the stairs at the den, and you know, they hated it at the beginning. We told them, you know, they hated running the stairs, but Koyai was a cross-country runner, so he didn't really complain. He was already a Yanny. He was already trained for that. But you know, got into that game, beat them, man. They were mad. We were staying at the same hotel, and you guys were talking about like how they were dogging you guys out in the elevators, and you know, it was a good game. Ended up coming up short that next game, or 2 games later, to get to the championship game. Lost by a buzzer beater to Boulder Creek. Then we met up with them again in the state championship game, and they tried to press us. You know, the first game they couldn't press us. They know better to freaking try to press a red school and try to run with us, but kill them. They didn't try it. They maybe tried it twice to see how we'd react. We still killed them. Got up on them. They had to call timeout throughout the game. Somehow they got up. I think they got up by like 10 or 12 points. We came back, but it was in the fourth quarter with 3 minutes to go. These guys were bombing on people. You know, they were aggressive, bombing on people, beating them by 40 points. They were nationally ranked at that time too, until we beat them at the beginning of the season. But man, they were scared. They held the ball for like 3 minutes, huh?
Yeah.
They held the ball for like 3 minutes at halftime or at half court, and couldn't come back and couldn't come back and take the lead. So we lost. But you know, that's one thing that we tell all these kids, you know, coming in, you know, that they all need to play together, and you know, they need to build that chemistry. But so Koyai, any other words from you to the youth, you know, as an encouragement kind of deal? You said everything you said is good, and you know, if there's anything that you want to tell these youth, you know, about you know, life in general.
So many things that cross my mind. So many things, so many ways I could go about this. But you know, if I were to just make it relatable, and if you're from Chin Lee specifically, or the Navajo Nation, Four Corners area, you know, there's more out there. There's more than you can possibly imagine. You don't have a glass ceiling, and I had to kind of learn that myself. I never really had anyone specifically like tell me or show me that you don't have a glass ceiling. And what a glass ceiling is it's in this invisible ceiling that you can't see, that no one talks about, that you feel like this is your limit. This is what you're able and capable of doing, because this is what my family was able and capable of doing, or my friends, or my closest people, or my mentor, or whatever, my teachers, whatever it may be, and however you may look at it. In my perspective, going into the service industry and working a lot in Scottsdale and being around people that dressed in suits was something new for me, and it was intimidating at first. And it was intimidating because I felt like they were more capable than I was to an extent. But the more I learned, the more you learn that the more I learned about them, the more I talked to them, the more I talked to different people of different classes, whether it be, some of the people that make the least amount of money in a year can be some of the happiest. And I've met some very rich people that are, on the verge of suicide, and they're not happy with their life. Take Robin Williams, for example. There's many people that have committed, like people that you would think that are good because of money, and it's not that way. But I had to break that glass ceiling as far as like what my potential is in learning, and whether it be learning or growing or even if it is making money isn't a bad thing, but it's about knowing yourself throughout the process. But that glass ceiling can always be broken. You can always do more than you think you can, and it's literally limitless. It's limitless, and I was constrained to that kind of just growing up on the reservation. A lot of beautiful things I could talk about growing up on the reservation that have helped me to this day, like in terms of humbleness, staying rooted, remembering where you came from. It really helped me a lot with staying humble. But there's always more out there. There's always more you can learn. There's always more opportunities, and things will always pass, the good and the bad. So take them both the same. Take the highs the same way you take the lows, because they'll all pass.
Cool. Thanks, Koyai.
Yeah.
Thanks for everything that you've done, for me and for Luke. Everybody loves the shirts. Everybody keeps asking about the shirts. I just refer them back to you. So if you guys want any orders, special orders, Koyai does orders. He does stickers. He did our helmet decals for the Chinle, for our Chinle football team. So these are some of the stickers that he makes. So these are pretty well made. I can say that I asked Koyai last minute if he could make us some decals for our football team, and he wasn't sure of how they were gonna hold up, and I wasn't sure either. And I just put in an order and see how it just gave him the size and what I wanted, which were these paws right here. Pretty much, man, they held up throughout the season. They've held up better than the regular decals that go on regular helmets. So they're good quality. No complaints from me. Turnaround is fast. If you order through Koyai, I put in an order. Just because of the distance, he's down here in the valley in Phoenix, Mesa area. I'm in Chinle, so it's the distance that takes a while for us to get my stuff, because I try to find somebody to get it done. But if you're in the valley, how long would it take them to get their products?
I would say about a 2-week turnaround at this point. Things are starting to get a lot busier. We're getting into that time of the year where the post office, and especially this year in general, is going to be, all you're going to see on the news is record-breaking numbers with packages and backup and the whole supply chain going crazy with the cargo ships. So get on it now, you guys. It's going to start getting crazy, and turnaround time might start even being pushed back to 3 weeks. Really depends on how customized you want things.
Yeah. So these are some of the shirts that this is a shirt that Koyai did. This is my second round of these shirts. First round was a little bit more fancy with Luke Standy on it. But these got done for me pretty quick. I like the quality. I like the paint on it. I know it's gonna hold up for a while. So he does really good work, you guys. Some of the stuff I had was like yeah, some of the stuff that I ordered before was like a what do you call that? Like Under Armour stuff.
Oh
What
yeah,
is
like
it?
the dry fit,
The dry
100%
yeah.
polyester.
Yeah, that's the stuff that I ordered. It holds up pretty good. I wear those when I'm working out, when I'm running, or when I'm biking. So pretty good quality. Koyai does pretty good work. Be Heard Merch is his business. You can follow him on Instagram. On what else you want?
Whatever you want, follow me on Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, TikTok, Facebook. We all over the place, Snapchat. So, or beheardmerch.com. Always give us a call, text us 480-485-8425, or email us at beheardmerch@yahoo.com.
Cool. So, yeah, give Koyai a call if you guys need custom shirts for your kids in sports, or if you're playing sports, or if you're in the band, give him a call to give you set up a deal, or maybe he'll hook you up. Good deal. Thanks, Koyai, man.
Dude, you got shout out. What was your number?
Oh, Luke.
You use promo code Jones35. All right, man. Well, I appreciate it, Lenny.
Cool, man.
Thank you for
Yeah,
setting
thanks,
up all
man.
the blocking, like the main bricks for me. You guys all respect the older, man. They go through more than you can imagine. Things change a lot. So just talk to people, relate to them. They do things with their best intention for you guys, whether it's your guardian, just people trying to give you advice.
Yes.
So be open-minded to anybody and everybody. Some of the best advice I've ever gotten in my life is from the people I expected it from the least. And the advice that stuck with me the most came from some of the most random people in my life. So always be open-minded to learning and growing and listening to your elders and your older people. So
Cool.
much love, Lenny. I appreciate it.
Thanks, man. Thank you. Thanks for watching, guys. Try to put up some more videos. I tried to vlog Luke's last game. Try to put that up, but this one will probably go up first. It's a long video. Hope you guys stay all the way through it. If you stay long enough, you comment on it, and I'll probably hook you up with this shirt. Thanks for watching.
Until then, I'm bombing on my enemies, always repping where I'm from. I come from dirt streets, this is me. Native like my blood goes back to creation, to creation, to creation. Native like my blood goes back to creation, to creation. Native before America was a nation, was a nation, was a nation. Native before America was a nation, was a nation, was a nation.
Niggas wanna challenge me. Niggas wanna challenge me. Do your own thing. Dog do beats.